all Success Award winners, would you please proceed to the ceremony tent? All Success Award winners, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we're preparing to start the award ceremony. I would like to welcome to the podium Luigi Del Puerto, the Associate Publisher and Editor of Arizona Capital Times.
Good morning or good noon. Welcome to the 2019 Success Awards celebration. This event is hosted by the American Small Business Development Center, Arizona Network. My name is Luigi Del Puerto. I'm the Associate Publisher and Editor of the Arizona Capital Times. A little bit about me. My wife was Nurse of the Year in 2018, last year. My sister-in-law was Teacher of the Year, also last year. And I'm just a paid hack. So my wife has been trying to tell me the last 20 years that I'm the weak link in the family. It's a beautiful day. We are gathered today to recognize the achievements of 13 enterprising small businesses in cities and towns across the state. Each of these companies created jobs. Each of these companies generated revenue for their communities, and each has had a positive impact on our state's economy. You can read about their individual accomplishments if you look at your seats. The programs that you have there, you will learn about how each of them work with the America's SBDC Arizona Network to facilitate their success. If you want additional copies, we also have some for you. So be sure to take one at the end of this award ceremony. It's an exciting ceremony. I am honored to be here. And to get it started, please join me in welcoming the State Director of the America's SBDC Arizona Network, Janice Washington.
Thank you, Luigi. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Okay. Okay. Good afternoon. That's a lot better. A lot better. So each year we gather to recognize small business success. We recognize that they are the ones that really provide the fuel to keep this economy growing. It's very important to our communities, to the state, to the nation. And we have committed. You know, it's been that kind of morning. Thank you for the special effects. So the thing is, we're all committed. We have an amazing network of people, 50 to 60 people that work all across the state. We have different backgrounds, different levels of experiences and what have you. But we're all united around one thing, and that is being passionate about helping small businesses. And that's what drives us every day to do the work that we do. Yeah, my staff does a great job of giving me talking points, and then I go on to not use them. But anyway, there are some things that I must say, and that is we do provide one-on-one counseling to small businesses at no cost. We provide incredible training to them at low or no cost. But we do that for a reason. Why? Because we want to help those businesses experience economic impact, success. So in 2018 alone, our network counselor trained over 5,600 clients, helped them create over 300 businesses. Thank you. Helped them create or retain 1,350 jobs, which is really important. Generated capital into the community of $50 million and increased sales by $58 million. So I know that's important to the legislature because revenue that comes from that. So the important thing is that, you know, we do what we do because we're passionate about it, but we do it in a way where we measure results, because activities without results doesn't really mean the same thing. And we've been doing this work since 1988. We're helping small businesses to transform their ideas into real businesses and create jobs and do all the other things we just talked about. One of the things that we've done consistently since I've been here with the network is to make sure we try to prioritize the time so that our stars of the day, our winners, get the maximum amount of time. So before I'll turn it back over to Luigi, I do have some people, though, that I need to acknowledge, because we can't do our work without the support of a lot of people, and we don't even try to do it. You know, by design, we partner and collaborate with a number of people because we understand the power of collaboration, and if we work together, we can do significantly more than if we try to do it in silos. So the Arizona State Legislature and their staff, I don't know if they're still here or out and about. I saw a number of them here. Would you stand, please, and let us recognize you? Okay. And of course, we'll hear from Senator Fan in just a moment. We have members of the Maricopa County District Governing Board here, Mrs. Jean McGrath. And Mrs. Dana Sarr. And they are distinguished holders of the AZS-BDC Gold Star Award, so they're very proud of that. On behalf of our Chancellor, Dr. Maria Harper Marinek, I regret to let you know that she has the flu, so she wasn't able to make it today. I think I heard somebody say she decided not to share that with all of you, so. But I want to let everybody know, and I take every chance to do that. She's one of the biggest champions of our program and has been since day one. This, I believe, is the first time she's ever missed this event. So that just told me how ill she actually was. So since this is being recorded, I'm going to ask everybody to join me with a round of applause to let Dr. Harper Marinek know we miss her and we want her to get well soon. Woo! Thank you. And the next person I would like to acknowledge is my new boss. So, as you guys know the drill, be nice to me in front of my boss, Dr. Carla Fisher. Please stand. Okay. And then my other boss from the SBA. One of the gifts of this job is I have lots of bosses. So Bob Blaney from the SBA. And I think we have some of the best hosts around. In Arizona, our hosts are the community college districts. In other states, it works differently, but we love our hosts with the community colleges because you service the entire community, and that's what we're committed to. So I want to ask the administrators from our host institutions, if you're an administrator from the community colleges of Maricopa or any of the other colleges, please stand and let us recognize you and thank you for your support. You're my friend. Okay. And now I want to thank our sponsors. Without you, we certainly couldn't do this type of thing. So, Salt River Project. I know I saw some people from South. Yeah, let's acknowledge them. Arizona Public Service. They are the ones that create the beautiful. Publish the beautiful program that you see. BNC National Bank, and I saw them here somewhere earlier. In Arizona Capital Times, Luigi is here, and they were also kind enough to give us a half-page ad in kind in the Arizona Capital Times publication, so that was awesome. Thank you. Odell Management Group, Lisa Odell is a former client of ours, and she is currently chair of our advisory board, but she's out making money and growing her business and out of town, so she couldn't be here today. She's one of our sponsors. We have the City of Peoria. I saw Kirsten here, somewhere from the City of Peoria. Anyway. City of Peoria, great sponsor of ours. Lots of great things happening in that part of the valley. Community Tire Pros and Auto Repair, another one of our former clients. We want to give them acknowledgement, please. National Bank of Arizona, we have Business Development Finance Corporation, Arizona Small Business Association, Centerstone, SBA Lending, and Center Dynamics. Let's give all of our sponsors a round of applause. And finally, in terms of the recognitions, I want to ask the staff of the America's SBDC Arizona Network to stand. This is the most challenging part of my job every year, to get them to stand and be recognized. Will you stand up and be recognized for the great work that you're doing? It's kind of like the one day of the year they're shy, but anyway. We know small business, and we're here, like I said, because we're passionate about serving them. And so when you applaud the winners today, and they all have incredible stories, but when you applaud them, know that you're applauding a larger work that is going on here. You're showing your support for small business owners. We know you guys work hard, you deserve it. It's not easy, but for one day you get to be recognized and honored for all the hard work and effort that you put into it. We take that very seriously, and it's our pleasure to do this for you guys. So now I'd like to introduce to you further my boss, Dr. Fisher. She's the provost of the Maricopa Community Colleges system. She oversees a number of things, including workforce and AZSBDC, her favorite. But she does have other things that she is involved in. She has joined us in about a year and a half or something like that, and has been rocking and rolling ever since, especially with our transformation effort. So she's spent more than a decade in the corporate world, and then she began her career in education in 2001. So she brings a lot of the corporate background to this work. And she served as in many national levels as vice president. She's on the accreditation committee for the academics she's taught. She's really worked at all levels of this work. So she comes well qualified to the position, and very especially qualified to help us in a time of transformation, because she has that understanding that she brings to the table. So without further ado, I wanted you to give a warm, rousing welcome of applause to my boss, that's right, my boss, Provost Carla Fisher.
Well, good afternoon. It is good afternoon. I forgot it's a responsive crowd. Yay! It's my pleasure to be here, and unfortunately our chancellor couldn't join you, but I am here on her behalf to say thank you for turning up for small business. Thank you for being willing to celebrate their hard work, and thank you just for joining us here today. You know, as the host administrator of the SBDC Arizona Network, our college district really applauds the achievements of these 13 award winners today. We know that they come from every part of the state, but they belong to us too. Their accomplishments are terribly impressive, and their contributions are significant, not only to our community, but particularly to those individuals whose lives are changed because that business is now there and they're employed. That's amazing. Janice shared with you some of the most recent results from the AZSBDC, but you may not know that it's been around since 1988. And they have had 169,000 clients counseled and trained, 27,000 jobs created and retained, 4,200 businesses started, more than $1.2 billion in sales increases, and 956 million. That number's so big I can barely even spit it out. 956 million in capital formation just from their businesses alone. And I think that's just remarkable, truly remarkable. Now, I know I speak for Maricopa, but I think I also speak for our other host administrators that are here today when I say that we are incredibly fortunate to have the SBDC within our community colleges. That's not been that way at other states that I've been in, and somehow, some way, our SBDC, because it's in partnership with the colleges closest to the ground, is so much more successful. So I know that we are all very proud of the work that you do. So it is now my great honor to introduce our keynote speaker for today's event, the President of the Arizona Senate, Karen Fann. Yes, she deserves it. President Fann was elected in November 2016 to represent Legislative District 1, which covers 8,000 square miles, including all of Yavapai County and portions of Maricopa County. She previously served District 1 from 2011 to 2016 as state representative, and in 2019 she became the president of the Senate. She also serves as the chair of the Rules Committee. I think most interestingly, though, she is a very successful small business owner. She grew up in Prescott, where she tells us her family had a very strong work ethic, and they encouraged her to start her own business. In 1984, she launched Arizona Highway Safety Specialists, Inc., with just $500 of her very own money. Her drive and determination helped her company become Arizona's largest installer of roadway guardrails and signage. Thank you very much. As owner and CEO, she employs 30 workers at her thriving business, which is celebrating its 35th anniversary this year. Yes. Please join me in welcoming to the podium Arizona Senate President Karen Fann.
Thank you. She took a little bit of my thunder away. I didn't know she was going to do quite the introduction there. The reason why I'm here today is, first of all, to celebrate all of you. This is amazing. You are the backbone of our economy in Arizona and in the United States. So kudos to all of you and for all the things that you do for us in making our world a much better place in your own individual. I also want to quickly, before I forget, is to say I am very proud of everybody, but I'm an extra little special proud because the Master Award winner happens to be from my hometown, Prescott, Arizona, and they are with the Superstition Meadery, correct? Did I say that right? And if there's one thing you know about Prescott, we know our beer and wine up there. So, yes, you need to come up and check it all out because we love it. So the reason why I'm here is I was in an event about a month ago, and one of the wonderful ladies that was involved with this, we got to talking, and she said, could you please come and talk at our award ceremonies for a few minutes about how you were able to get into a small business and how you were able to do what you did. And I said, okay, I would be glad to do that. So here it goes. So when I decided to settle down and actually do something, I knew I wanted to start my own business, which many of you did, because you know that you wanted something more out of life than just punching a time clock or just working for somebody else, because you knew that you had ideas and you had aspiration to do things. And I felt that same thing. Now me, I really wanted to start a catering business, to be honest with you. I love to cook. And unfortunately at the time, there was, or fortunate, whichever way you look at it, there was a big push within the highway construction departments for small business enterprises, including minority businesses and women-owned businesses. And guess what? There weren't any women-owned businesses in construction industry, and they had a hard time trying to fill those goals. I was raised in highway construction. My parents had fan contracting, so I had the background. So instead of opening up my own catering business, I ended up going into road construction, to be honest with you. And she is right. Started out, I had $500 worked out of my house. The first $400 I spent on my attorney to incorporate. I spent $90 on letterhead and business cards. I literally had $10 in my bank account when I started my first job. $10. So my first job was in Black Canyon City on the highway, and I started out with just flagging, because guess what? You don't have to have any money to flag, right? So I did hire some of my friends. They happen to be wives of DPS officers stationed in Black Canyon City. So it always helps to have friends in nice places. And literally, I would drive down from Prescott every day, get up at 4 in the morning, drive down, start at 6 in the morning, flagged until 6 at night, drove back to Prescott, and in the evenings and the weekends, I did payroll and bid jobs and everything else. So All that money I made, I just put back in the company, which gave me the ability to buy my first set of traffic control signs. And I did a little job with that, and then that became 2 jobs, came 3 jobs, and then I expanded into the guardrail and rotomilling and a number of other things. So, and that's how we got here today. I will tell you, and I'm not telling you anything new, that the people that are successful are the people that can dream. That you don't say, no, I can't do this, that you say, yes, I can do this. And you're willing to put your neck out, and you're willing to say, you know what? It's okay to go out there, and if I make it, that's great. If I fail, it's okay. You pick yourself back up, and you do it again. So it's that drive and that ambition that really, really makes things happen. One of the things I will tell you is why let me tell you one other thing about growing your business, and this was something that was always a model for me, is ask yourself, and I am such a Pollyanna, you guys. My glass is always half full, but I'm a realist too, and the first thing I always said was, when I was looking at a job to bid, I would say, what's the worst thing that could happen, and if it happened, can I survive it? And if the answer was no, then I did not take on that job. Because quite honestly, in the early years, there were some huge contracts down here in Phoenix when they were building the stack. That was 30 years ago. And they were just begging for me to come down and work. But when I asked myself that question, I realized that I was not able to take on a task like that because it would sink my business. So I will always say, ask yourself that question. What's the worst thing that can happen? And if it happens, can you survive? If the answer is no, then think twice about whether doing it. If the answer is yes, go for it. I can tell you, you will never, ever be regretting that. And lastly, what I want to say is one of the reasons why I'm here down at the Capitol is because, quite honestly, I could not start my business today the way I did 35 years ago. Because in 35 years, we have had more and more government regulation piled on us, particularly in highway and construction, in the form of EPA and road construction issues. The amount of things that just keep getting loaded on small businesses is just ludicrous and ridiculous, and it really does hurt our businesses and trying to start out. So I am here to fight the fight. And for 8 years now, 10 years now, I have been running bills that will help small businesses to get government out of the way, to help you succeed, to help you be the best you can be. So my hat's off to all of you. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you, Senator Fan. It's still not too late to start a catering business. Yeah, yeah. So I'm told that maybe the legislature will end between next week and maybe June. So pick a date. All of the winners today did something really brave. They tried and they were not afraid to fail. And because of that, they have succeeded. And one ingredient of success is, of course, the courage to go out there and be prepared to fail. And one thing that binds them as well is that each of these small businesses received assistance from an America's SBDC Arizona Service Center or from the Arizona Procurement Technical Assistance Center, which is also a specialty partner program of the ACSBDC. So again, congratulations to all the winners. As we begin the awards ceremony, may I ask Janice Washington to join me here? So let's begin with the 2019 Master Success Award winner. And the winner is Superstition Meadery in Prescott, which worked with the Yavapai College SBDC. When Jeff and Jennifer Herbert opened Superstition Meadery 7 years ago in 2012, they were on a mission to reintroduce the world's oldest beverage to mankind. And since that time, the Herberts have introduced more than 170 unique meads on hard ciders. They've added 22 employees. They've helped to make Prescott a destination for mead and wine enthusiasts. and they've grown a business that was earning $12,000 a year into now, or last year, $2.6 million in annual sales. Please welcome to the stage Master Success Award winners Jennifer and Jeff Herbert of Superstition Meadery, and presenting the award is Vice President of Community Relations at Yavapai College, Rodney Jenkins, who will be joined on stage by Yavapai College SBDC Director Jerry Denniston.
I'm not Jeff or Jennifer, although I can play them on TV. I want to congratulate Jeff and Jennifer for their boldness in stepping out to start a business. A few years ago, 3 employees. Today, more than 24. But it's really the network, SBDC, Regional Economic Development Network, and I also would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge Dr. Penny Wills, our former president. She retired a couple of months ago. Raise your hand, Dr. Wills. I think her and her husband was supposed to be on that cruise ship that was sinking. So since she had some free time, she decided to join us. But this is an organization that, when you talk about starting out first-year revenues with $12,000, well over $2 million in revenue today, a local company in Prescott, but an international firm around the world selling to countries all over the world. I actually just learned what meadery is because I don't drink, but congratulations.
So this is the certainly the greatest award that an honor that we've received as a business. It's so cool to be here today, and congratulations to all the other Success Award winners today. It's an honor to be here speaking to you for a few minutes. So our greatest challenge as a company is that we produce a product that no one has ever heard of. So raise your hand if you've ever enjoyed a glass of mead. Yes. All right, so that's way more people than 2 years ago. So we, as entrepreneurs, we decided that great challenge could also be an amazing opportunity. And we've taken this opportunity to define a category of beverage. And that's been working out for us, which has been a lot of fun. So if you don't know, mead is wine that's made from honey. And we make many of the top-rated meads and hard ciders in the world. And in just 5 years, we went from being the smallest winery in Arizona to the largest, which is incredible. And we don't make wine yet, but we're working on that too. Right now, our products are available in 38 states and 36 countries. And none of this success would be possible without an amazing business partner. And Jen is the smartest and most reliable person I've ever met. And together, we've created this wild business, and it's been an amazing journey to get here. So I think that it's really important to say really how grateful we are to all of the friends and family and people that have supported us and sort of shared in our vision over the years. And organizations like the SBDC have helped make it possible in so many ways. They provide us with spaces to train our staff, to do SWOT analysis of our company and make critical decisions. And sometimes just a sounding board with our business counselor is a really valuable thing. And everyone here winning an award today knows that. And connecting us with funding for SBA loans has been huge. Every company needs to figure out how you're going to grow. And obviously, we've all been reinvesting in our projects throughout the years. But you have to go and get a loan or sell equity or do something. And we've decided to work with the SBA. And we're about to close on our 3rd SBA loan. And on April 3rd, we should be done rezoning a historical property in Phoenix. And we'll be able to announce the location of Superstition downtown. So I'd like to thank you. So that's our next adventure. And as entrepreneurs, hopefully the last time we have to risk everything for our dream. So we all know what that's about. And but we think it's going to work out well. And lastly, I'd like to thank specifically Jerry Denniston, who's not here today, but she's our counselor at the SBDC, and she nominated us for this award. And we've worked very closely with her for the last 2 years to come up with solutions to this aggressive growth and this trajectory that we've been on. So anyways, we couldn't do this without a lot of the folks that are here today. So thank you very much for having us. Take care.
Well, that's awesome. I think, don't the gods in Valhalla drink mead? Our next 2019 Success Award winner is the Pinnacle Medical Group in Yuma, which worked with the Arizona Western College SBDC. When Marlena Lopez was presented with an opportunity to take over an existing medical practice in 2002, she saw her chance to help improve her community by delivering the highest level of healthcare possible. And to be successful, she also knew that she needed to be transitioning from being a medical provider to being a medical entrepreneur. And today, Pinnacle Medical Group employs 18 people and has a healthy annual revenue of almost $2 million. I would like to welcome to the stage award winner Marlena Lopez of Pinnacle Medical Group in Yuma. And presenting the award is Arizona Western College President Dr. Daniel Kaur, who will be joined by Arizona Western College SBDC Director Randy Nelson.
Hi, Dr. Kaur, you look different.
I put on a few pounds. I stopped running.
Hello. Thank you very much. Good afternoon. I don't want to set that. Thank you. Good afternoon. Again, the same sentiments. I feel so honored and humbled to be recognized. The correct year is actually, it's been a year this month that I took over the clinic. So in that transition, we had a huge life-altering event. My husband was retiring after serving 20 years in the U.S. Navy. That's what brought us to Yuma, Arizona. Not our hometown, neither one of us. And going through this opportunity has allowed us to set our roots down and decide we were going to stay in Yuma, Arizona. And working with Randy has been a huge part of that. So I was presented the opportunity to take over the clinic, transitioning from being a nurse practitioner, having worked there for 6 years, to taking over on the business side. Not having any business background, pairing with Randy and being able to have access to the SBDC is what made the difference for me, kind of stepping past that fear and feeling comfortable in saying yes to something that was so far removed from what I had been doing. And speaking of growth and dreaming of the future, having worked there, I had so many ideas of how we could continue to contribute to our community, meet the needs of other small businesses, as you spoke about all the regulations and things that afflict small businesses. From the healthcare perspective, there's so many reporting requirements for small businesses, and it can be very overwhelming, especially if you don't have a clinical background. So our business model at this point is to continue to grow that, be able to provide that service to small businesses. You tell me what your industry is, I will tell you what needs you have to meet and how can we help you meet those. And that way those small businesses can stop worrying about meeting those requirements. Let us meet them for you, and you focus on growing your small business. So not only do we get to help people from the healthcare perspective, but now being a business owner, I can appreciate the value we can bring to the business owners as well. So again, I appreciate this opportunity. We look forward to the future and moving forward, and we couldn't have done it without the help of our local representative, Randy, who I worked with very closely. So thank you so much.
Our next 2019 Success Award winner is Whiskey Waters in Page, which worked with the Coconino Community College SBDC. Mike and Kendra Holcomb wanted to create, imagine this, a local beverage and convenience store that would also be a hub for tourists in search of information about what to do in the Lake Powell region. They had options and needed advice to evaluate the potential of each option. And Whiskey Waters was born in 2016. And in just 2 years, this tourism-driven business has grown to 7 employees and $1.46 million in revenues. Mike and Kendra Holcomb could not be here with us today, but presenting the award is Executive Director of Extended Learning at Coconino College, Kay Leon. And accepting the award on behalf of the Holcombs is Coconino Community College SBDC Business Analyst, Jim Hunter.
Mike and Kendra want to express their apologies for not being here. They badly wanted to. It is truly a wonderful success story. They took over a business that had been established for 40 years and put their personal touch on it. And many of you have probably stopped there on your way to stock up for happy hour and your trip to the lake. But it's truly amazing what they have done in just 2 years. The store had never reached $1 million in sales until she took it over. And you heard what they're doing now after only 2 years. So it's really a great success story. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Jim. Our 2019 Success Award winner is White Raven Trading Company in Tombstone, which worked with the Cochise College SBDC. Carolyn and Graham Kriglow wanted to open a tourist attraction that would spark the curiosity of everyone who visited Tombstone. White Raven Trading Company was born in 2018, and today it's a unique mix. It's unique mix of museum artifacts, magic supplies, jewelry, and other curiosities draws visitors to busy Tombstone and, of course, into the store to see what's old and what's magical and what's new. I would like to welcome to the stage Success Award winner Carolyn Kriglow of White Raven Trading Company. Presenting the award is America's SBDC Arizona State Director, Janice Washington, who will be joined on stage by Cochise College SBDC Director, Mark Schmidt.
Hi. So as you can tell, this is very new to me. I was a nurse for 21 years, and my husband decided that we should follow our dream and start this business. So I retired, and now I'm doing this. So I just want to say thank you because we've only been open since May. We wanted to do something that people could come to Tombstone and be like, I did not expect this here, and that is what I hear every day. And it's a positive thing so far. So I couldn't have done it without the help of Mark and everybody else. They basically held our hand and walked us through this step by step because neither of us knew what we were doing. So yeah, that's really it. Thank you so much.
Be sure to go to Tombstone when you get a chance and drop by the store. Our next 2019 Success Award winner is the Lazy Traveler and the Plank in Safford, which worked with the Eastern Arizona College SBDC. Francis Martinez and Jeff Taistu had a plan to turn a historic building in Safford into a bed and breakfast. So in 2014, the Lazy Travel B&B opened with 14 rooms and an adjoining guest house. That venture proved to be just the start, and in 2017, the couple created the Plank Restaurant and Bar from a former Elks Lodge nearby. And together, the two businesses grew to employ 16 people and generate close to $1 million in revenues in 2019. And that success also helped make Martinez and Taistu the winners of the Shark Tank Graham County last year. I would like to welcome to the stage Success Award winners Francis Martinez and Jeff Taistu of the Lazy Traveler and the Plank. Presenting the award is President of Eastern Arizona College, Todd Haney, who will be joined on stage by Eastern Arizona College SBDC Director, Kevin Peck.
Thank you. On behalf of Jeff and myself, the Lazy Traveler and the Plank Restaurant, we are pleased and honored to be here today accepting this award. A very special thank you to the SBDCA for recognizing our hard, successful work and nominating us for this award. Working with the SBDC made our small business dream a reality. We are very proud of our employees and customers that have contributed to our success in our businesses. An extreme thank you to Kevin, Charmaine, and Janelle, I know they're in the crowd somewhere, at the SBDC, and for getting us started and staying engaged and continuously supporting us. Without Kevin's occasional push, we would not be where we're at today. So, thank you.
Whenever April rolls around, I always wondered, why the heck did they choose Phoenix to be where the state capital is when we could have like a really great weather all year round in eastern Arizona. Our 2019 Success Award winner, our next 2019 Success Award winner is the Escape Rooms Mesa in Mesa, which worked with the Maricopa SBDC. Daniel Tomerlin knew that she could take the popular escape room entertainment concept to the next level. And her vision, her creative vision, led to continued expansion and ultimately a decision to purchase the building which housed her growing business. Today, Escape Rooms Mesa employs 20 people, had revenues of $700,000 in 2018, and is the largest escape room complex in the U.S. with 2 franchisees. I would like to welcome to the stage Success Award winner Daniel Tomerlin of Escape Rooms Mesa. And presenting the award is Maricopa Community College's Provost, Dr. Carla Fisher, who will be joined on stage by Maricopa SBDC Center Director Nancy Sanders and Business Analyst Katie Body.
Hi, I'm Danielle Tomerlin, and I own Escape Rooms Mesa, obviously. Such a great introduction. I don't know what to add that's not already there, but I do want to mention that I couldn't have done it without the help of my family. My husband and I started it together 2.5 years ago. My family, my dad and mom were amazing and supportive, and my son, of course, helps me run the business every single day. So I wanted to say thank you to my family first, because they're here and I need to do that, right? But next I need to thank Katie and the SBDC, because without Katie and her help, I wouldn't have been pushed every single day to do the things and accomplish the things that I have accomplished. And I truly believe that her and her mastermind group is the reason that I'm standing here today. I wouldn't have thought I could do it. I wouldn't have had the push and the effort, and I would have felt so secluded without the help of them. So I owe everything to Katie and the SBDC. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Our next 2019 Success Award winner is JAG Construction, LLC in Peoria. Did I pronounce it right, JAG? Awesome. JAG worked with the Maricopa SBDC. Noel Guevara had decades of experience in the grading and excavating industry, and he had one dream: to open his own contracting business. JAG Construction became a certified minority-owned business, providing services to projects that span the entire grading and excavating sector. Today, the company employs 23 people and $1.6 million in revenues. Pretty awesome. I would like to welcome to the stage Success Award winners Noel and Stephanie Guevara of JAG Construction LLC, and presenting the award is Maricopa Community College's Provost, Dr. Carla Fisher, who will be joined by Maricopa SBDC Center Director Nancy Sanders and Business Analyst Mike Pineda.
I'm really, truly blessed to have this opportunity to be here with great companies. But first, I got to thank my wife for jumping off that ledge, and God for actually providing the parachute to give us that smooth sailing that we're going. Truly, with God and her, it's been a smooth sailing. There's so many people that guided us to do this, and we're lucky to have 2 of them that actually sent us here to the SBDC. That's Steve and Patty Olds. Thank you. And I know that the patience of Mike has probably been really tested because I am not the greatest responding guy, so he's been really good about chasing me and doing a lot of follow-ups. But truly, the SBDC has been a great help for us. You know, we know our scope. We know what we need to do in the field, but there's so many stuff that's left out that you don't know as a small business, from getting the loans to having the plan, applying for a loan, the most important, having a lawyer, and having someone watch the finances as far as your accounting, so that you're not getting called by the state capitol on taxes. But it's not just also running the company and making a success, and then also the SBDC is also what's your after plan and the success plan. And thanks, Mike, for chasing us down on that too, because we got to have the American dream. And what's your exit plan? And it's been really key to helping us grow. And I'd like to thank Mike for chasing us down and helping us out.
Our next 2019 Success Award winner is Swingin' Safari Mini Golf in Chandler, which worked with the Maricopa SBDC. Talk about a creative mind. Debbie and David look at a vision for a new kind of a mini golf attraction, a glow-in-the-dark vision. And in 2018, the couple launched Swingin' Safari Mini Golf, an 18-hole glow-in-the-dark indoor mini golf course that has attracted a flurry of local media attention, because why not, and has become a popular summer attraction. Today, the business has 12 employees and first-year revenues of more than $176,000. I would welcome to the stage Success Awards winners Debbie and David Lick of Swingin' Safari Mini Golf. And presenting the award is Maricopa Community College's Provost, Dr. Carla Fisher, who will be joined by Maricopa SBDC Center Director Nancy Sanders and Business Analyst Paula Whitkin.
Well, thank you all for this award. It's just amazing. I can't tell you how much the SBDC has done for us through this. 2 years ago, we went to the Chandler Library. I'm breaking up now. We went to the Chandler Library, and Jim Pipper from the SBA was a speaker there. And he motivated us so much. And he's like, after the meeting, he came up and shook my hand, and he says, "You got to come meet Paula from the SBDC. She's awesome." So we did. We went and talked to Paula, and we had several meetings, and they're like, "You have to have a business plan to get a loan." And I'm like, "What the heck? We're good for it. Just give us the money." And go figure, the banks didn't think so. So without Paula's help to write that business plan, and Jim Pipper, the two of them have been our cheerleaders the whole time. Everybody doubted us and said we couldn't do it, but those two, they're like, "You got this." So here we are, and we opened last Mother's Day, and the Chandler Chamber was there and did a ribbon cutting for us. So between the three organizations, we succeeded. So thank you so much.
Our next 2019 Success Award winner is Advanced Tire and Auto Repair, Inc. in Fort Mojave, which worked with the Mojave Community College SBDC. Mark Arbuckle and Ralph Cody wanted to acquire an existing local business and take it to the next level. And that plan became a reality in 2018 with the help of an SBA loan and their local SBDC center. Advanced Tire and Auto Repair created 6 new jobs from the acquisition and now employs 12 people. And the company also has a first-year revenue of more than $122,000. I would like to welcome to the stage Success Award winners Mark Arbuckle and Ralph Cody of Advanced Tire and Auto Repair, Inc. And presenting the award is America's SBDC Arizona State Director Janice Washington, who will be joined by Mojave Community College SBDC Director Lisa Card.
And then which one of you gets to speak?
I guess I am. Yeah, we flipped a coin. I want to thank everybody for allowing us to do this and be here today. Mark and I, we've worked together for about 20 years, and then last summer we decided we were going to purchase a repair shop, and we had no idea what we needed to do. We actually, Mark's wife found the number for the Small Business Association. We called, got a hold of Lisa, and from there it moved really quickly. Within 2.5 months we were done and had a small business loan, and within 3 months we took over the shop, and we took over November 5th. So in 2 months, our first 2 months we did 122,000. This month we're on pace to beat that. So it's growing quickly and it's going very well, but we wouldn't be able to do it without the help of Lisa, the SBA, SBDC, everybody there that had avenues that we didn't know about and made everything actually pretty simple. I want to thank Mark for doing this with me, our families, for dealing with the hours and everything that we're doing. So just I want to say thank you to everybody.
Our next 2019 Success Award winner is KSI Metals in Snowflake, which worked with the Northland Pioneer College SBDC. Terrell K knows the value of being both manufacturer and distributor. And KSI Metals was founded in 2012 as a metal fabricator and wholesale supply company. And continued growth encouraged K to expand into manufacturing custom metal roofing materials and siding supplies at a new facility in Snowflake. That plant is expected to come online later this year, and KSI Metals now employs 22 people and had $3 million in revenues last year. I would like to welcome to the stage Success Award winner Terrell K of KSI Metals, and presenting the award is Northland Pioneer College President Mark Vest, who will be joined on stage by Northland Pioneer College SBDC Director Tracy Mancuso.
Thank you. It's great to be here today. It's great to be among other business owners and representatives through the SBS. It's a great honor. As many of us know, to be a business owner, it takes a lot of dreaming, a lot of work, and a lot of family and help and support. So I'd be ill-wise if I didn't thank my parents, who are a major portion of my business success, and my wife, Christy. And then we'll just put that down. Maybe I'm supposed to stand like this. I don't know.
It's hard with tall people.
So I'm going to kind of bend over here and look. But hey, in all reality, the opportunity to grow a business, to build a team, to be a part of something great, is quite amazing, and it's a true blessing to be able to experience that. I am a big dreamer. All I do is dream, and I have lots of support behind me, and Tracy's been a big part of that, of helping me to understand these dreams of how to make them something great, and to be able to analyze the numbers and let them tell me how I'm best going to be successful. Tracy was a big help on securing our loan through National Bank, right back there in the back. Thank you, John. Great bank, great people, and our whole goal in life is to make things happen, to provide for the families and the teams that we're a part of, to make Arizona great, to bring back manufacturing and different things to the rural counties, to be able to provide jobs so that people can stay in small towns and be able to raise their families where they want to. So it's a great honor, but last but not least, I am so grateful for the Small Business Development Center. Tracy has been everything. Has been such a help to understand business, but not only that, to be able to compare ourselves, to recognize the market, and to become something great. I think MPC for hosting the Small Business Development Center in their building. Tracy can attest, I've done everything I can to make sure that Small Business Development Center gets out to all the people I like. But I'm not going to share it with the others, because it's pretty valuable. But I truly appreciate you, Tracy. You've always made it happen, and I'm always amazed by the amount of work and effort you do in our behalf. And as you've been able to recognize, we've been able to grow, and a lot of that is due to the encouragement, the information, and the knowledge that you put forth to let us understand how we compare, where we're heading, and how we're going to win. So thank you, and thank all of you.
Our next 2019 Success Award winner is Dulos Concrete in Tucson. Did I pronounce that right? Awesome. Dulos Concrete in Tucson worked with the Pima Community College SBDC. Gwen and David Howell wanted to become small business owners, so they attended workshops, classes, one-on-one counseling sessions at their local SBDC center to help start Dulos Concrete, a concrete fabrication company which primarily creates sidewalks and curbing for various uses. And since 2015, the company has grown to employ 22 people and generate $1.43 million in annual revenues. I would like to welcome to the stage Success Award winners Gwen Lewis Howell and David Howell of Dulos Concrete. And presenting the award is Dean of Workforce Development for Pima County, Pima Community College, Amanda Abens, who will be joined on stage by Pima Community College SBDC Director Ellen Curtin.
Hi everybody, my name is Gwen Howell, and I am the CEO of Dulos Concrete. Dulos Concrete is a Greek word, and it means bondservant. And the relationship that David and I have with our God is that we are bonded to Him, and that we are bonded in a forever relationship, and God is sovereign. David and I met at church about 15 years ago, and in 2014 he asked me out on a date. And so during that time, he had worked for a company called Dodds Concrete, and the owner of Dodds Concrete, Jed Dodds, had cancer, and he passed away shortly after we started dating. And his wife Camilla had decided that she was going to close the business, and David and I discussed it, and we said that we would go ahead and start the business ourselves, and that we would attempt to hire all of the people who worked for Dodds Concrete. David was needed to get a contractor's license, and for my part, I needed to figure out how to start a business. So I asked my neighbor, how do I start a business? And I was told at that time, you need to seek out the services of the SBDC, and they will help you get started. And that's where I met Ellen Curtin. She's not only a counselor for us, she's a friend and a mentor. And during my time there, I had to learn how to write a business plan, and they were offering classes along with the Women's Business Center. And like it's been said already, this is crucial in order to get a loan. And when David and I started our business, we were going to need to have $275,000 startup. So because we were going to have to buy the equipment from Camilla. The first check that we wrote after Ellen was able to find us a loan, it was through a veterans. We have a veterans job fair in Tucson. And I met a man there, and he said, well, I told him, I said, I'm Dulos Concrete. We do concrete, and I met a new boyfriend. His name is David. And I said, woohoo. So this man followed me, and he told me, I want to help you get money. So we found Stearns Bank. Stearns Bank helped us acquire the $275,000. Ellen read the whole contract over to make sure we were getting a good deal and that we weren't getting in too deep. She showed us what the pitfalls were, and we were able to launch our business. So the first check, $160,000. It's very scary. We started out with 9 employees our first year. We made $1.1 million in sales. Subsequent years, we hovered around $2 million in revenue each year. And with this business, and David was Jed Dodd's right-hand man. And so when we started this business, God equipped David. And so because I was a veteran and I had worked for the Postal Service in the business center for 32 years, God equipped me. Now we're in our 5th year, and we have 25 employees now. And we continue to add employees, we continue to grow, and we continue to be prosperous. And we are a success. So I'd like to thank Shelley, Rick, Karen, but most especially Ellen Curtin from the SBDC for their guidance and support. Ellen always believed that we were going to be a successful business, and she always encouraged us. So I am honored to receive the award on behalf of Dulos Concrete, and may God bless you as He's blessed us, and God is faithful.
Our next 2019 Success Award winner is Turner Laboratories in Tucson, which work with the Pima Community College SBDC. Michael and Deborah McGovern purchased an existing environmental testing lab in 2013 and turned it into the largest locally owned testing lab in southern Arizona. Doing so required upgrading existing equipment and creating a line of working capital to carry the company through periods of growth. Today, Turner Laboratories employs 13 workers and has $1.58 million in annual revenues. I would like to welcome to the stage Success Award winners Michael and Deborah McGovern of Turner Laboratories, and presenting the award is Dean of Workforce Development for Pima Community College, Amanda Abens, who will be joined on stage by Pima Community College SBDC Director Ellen Curtin and SBDC Business Analyst Karen Burns.
Terrell, is this how it's done? Yeah, no. Thank you all. It really is an honor to receive this award. You know, when Karen proposed nominating us for it, I thought, well, I guess I'd never even thought about this being a success story. But man, when I look back on the last almost 8 years, it really is, because it was a leap of faith, not a great time, and you know, I bought a business. This is how smart I am, and how patient and faithful she is. I bought a business that hadn't made money for I think it was like 7 years. Yeah, genius. But you know, we sold or mortgaged everything we had, and I actually, most of the reason I bought it was because the owner, the founders of the business had his daughter, her stepdaughter, embezzled. I think it was like $2 million over, you know, about 10 years. So I thought, man, if she got that much money out of the business and they didn't figure it out for a while, I think I'll take a flyer on it. And we did, and yeah, it's unbelievable. And most of this success I can lay at the feet of Karen Burns, because I mean, she's the one that deserves most of the credit. You know, she helped me through some really tough times and saved my ex-partner's life because she thought I was going to murder her, and I probably should have. And there's still time, but Yeah, I mean, I think I hear handcuffs now. But Karen's been such a big help. She's got a big banking business background and knows all the ins and outs, knows all the players in Tucson. And she's got great ideas, and she's a level head when I need it most. So Rick Loveland, her partner in crime down there, has also been a big help. And Ellen, I heard her say something one day that made a lot of sense to me, like raise prices, and it's true. You can actually get away with it sometimes, and we did. So I'm blessed and eternally grateful, most of all for my wife, but also for SBDC. Thank you.
I think we are down to our last but certainly not the least awardee, the 2019 Arizona PTAC Success Award winner. And help me make sure that I'm pronouncing this correct. CTEX in Mesa. Is that correct? Awesome. CTEX in Mesa worked with the Arizona Procurement Technical Center, a specialty partner program of the ACSBDC network. U.S. Army veteran Wilbert Johnson founded CTEX in 2009 to offer business insights, candidate placement, and management of healthcare, engineering, and administration projects. The company is a service-disabled, veteran-owned small business and an A2A certified small business. Arizona PTAC helped Johnson learn how to capitalize on the opportunities offered through government contracting. Today, the company employs 44 people. Wow. And an annual revenue of nearly $7 million. I would like to welcome to the stage Arizona PTAC Success Award winner, Wilbert Johnson of CTEX. And presenting the award is Maricopa Community College's Provost, Dr. Carla Fisher, who will be joined by Arizona Procurement Technical Assistance Center Program Manager, Daniela Ayala, and Assistant Program Manager, Lori Hoses.
Thank you. This is a great award to win. And first, I'd like to thank my partner, Ebony, my wife, and the remainder of my staff and my team. Without your hard work and commitments to CTEX, none of this would be possible. I would also like to thank the people at at SBA, Shivani Duvey, Craig Jordan, Mara Wells, PTAC, Danny Ayala, Lori Houses, and Jeff Swinson with SBDC. The company's been up and going since 2009, and it's been some hard years, but we've stayed in the fight. We utilize the services of those different organizations, which is free to small businesses, and it's truly, truly, truly a great resource for us to utilize, especially when you don't have the funds starting out to pay for that type of advice. And over the years, it's great to see them finally recognize us for all our hard work and to see that our hard work is paying off. So again, thanks to all those organizations and all your tireless work that you do for small businesses. Thank you from my team and my wife, and we appreciate to be in the position that we're in today. Thank you, guys.
I think we got everybody, correct? Cool. It's been an honor to be your MC today, and the only thing I would advise all the winners is that when you get a chance, do subscribe to the Arizona Capitol Times. If you really want to know what's going on at the state capitol, that's the paper for you. And please join me in welcoming back America's SBDC Arizona State Director, Janice Washington. Back to the microphone.
So I need to take a point of personal privilege. Barry Wong, one of our So my allergy medicine is wearing off. Sorry about that. But Barry Wong, one of our founding advisory board members, now works for the governor's office. And he asked to be able to say a word or two on behalf of the governor. So welcome, Mr. Wong.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Janice. Janice, thank you very much. And I'm Barry Wong, Director of the Governor's Office of Equal Opportunity. I want to say a few words on behalf of our Governor, Doug Ducey. And first of all, congratulations to each award recipient, because what you do in each of your respective communities throughout the state is critical. That is you heard it so many times from public policy makers that the small business is the backbone of our state and our country. It is true. So what you do matters. You hear often in the press about this announcement and that announcement about 100 jobs here with these mega corporations. They're important, but what ultimately is the fundamentals of what you do in your respective communities. So keep up the great work. Congratulations to all that you do. And Governor Ducey, you probably heard this many times, is that how he started in the Cold Stone Creamery franchise business? Well, it was literally 2 or 3 ice cream stores. So it was the foundation as you're starting. So he understands it, he gets it. So the key on a macro level on the state of Arizona is having a great business environment as part of this overall small business ecosystem, so that your lenders, your providers, your suppliers, your contractors, so they can survive as well, and doing what they do to support you as well. So Janice, thank you very much for all you do with the Small Business Development Centers in Arizona. So you provide this, and all your community college advisors, of what you do to support your small business. I also want to recognize Robert Blaney with the United States Small Business Administration, because all this is partnership with the federal government, the state, the county, and the city. Thank you very much. Congratulations. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Wasn't this an amazing day? Let's hear it for our winners. We always try to make a point of highlighting the winners' stories, because that's really what it's all about. And you heard some common themes. You heard dreams, you heard commitment, you heard getting back up after you fell down. You heard the importance of paying attention to good advice and allowing people to help you who know more about the business of business than you do. And you heard a lot about collaborations and the power of collaboration. So it was a great day. I want to thank all of you for attending and supporting us. I want to thank the AZSPDC staff who worked very hard to put together a really nice program for us. Let's give them a round of applause. So that's the end of our formal program. Please stick around to network some more, because after all, that's a big... I'm sorry. No, say. Right now? We have an amazing benefit that's new for us this year. Our President Fan, who we just heard from earlier, is going to recognize the winners from the floor at the start of her committee meeting. So I would ask all of you to head over to the Senate building. Do you know? The Senate Gallery. The Senate Gallery. And we need to do that pretty quickly, right? Yep. Yeah. So Senator Fan is going to recognize all of the winners over in the Senate Gallery right at the beginning of her committee meeting. So I would ask everyone to head over that way, all the winners and all of their SPDC supporters and the administrators who have the time. Let's go do that, because, like I said, this is your day, and we want to make it a great day. Thank you.